Real women murders, not fiction. Love women, don't kill them. Giving real women, unknown women, recognition to the world. Please support our channel and please subscribe.
New details tonight on the man accused of killing 4 people in a home in Bowdoin yesterday, then shooting at a car in Yarmouth, injuring 3 people there.
34-year-old Joshua Eaton is charged with the murder of his parents and their 2 friends. He had just been released from prison last Friday.
Alyssa Thurlow was at a press conference this afternoon where police released more information about both incidents. She's in Augusta tonight with the latest.
We're learning more about the victims inside that home in Bowdoin. Police say all 4 were shot and killed. Their deaths have been ruled homicides. The man police say is responsible for that remains in jail in Wiscasset. While police did release a timeline of Tuesday's events, the big question remains as to why this happened. While police are still sorting out the why, they did call Tuesday's incident an attack on the soul of our state.
It's a shock to everybody. It's a shock to people that have been in this system for a number of decades, myself included. You want to naturally say, well, that can't be happening here in Maine. That happens everywhere else, but it doesn't happen here. But the reality is that these senseless acts can and do happen anywhere at any time.
Maine State Police calling Tuesday's homicides and shootings in Bowdoin and Yarmouth one of the most dynamic investigations in Maine's history. Tuesday morning, police received a 911 call from a person who had gone to a home on the Augusta Road in Bowdoin to check on his friends. When police arrived, they found 1 victim in the barn and 3 others inside the home. Deceased inside the home was 72-year-old Robert Eager and his wife, 62-year-old Patricia Eager, as well as 62-year-old Cynthia Eaton. Outside in a barn was 66-year-old David Eaton. Police say 34-year-old Joseph Eaton confessed to killing his parents and their friends in Bowdoin. Later, law enforcement responded to Interstate 295 in Yarmouth, where people and vehicles were struck by gunfire. Officials say 3 people were transported to Maine Medical Center with gunshot wounds. 51-year-old Sean Halsey and his 2 children, 29-year-old Justin Halsey and 25-year-old Paige Halsey, all from Bowdingham. Officials say Paige is still in critical condition, and Sean and Justin received non-life-threatening injuries. Eaton was taken into custody in a wooded area near exit 15 just before 11.
Mr. Eaton was then taken by major crimes detectives and Portland police officers to the Portland Police Department, where he gave a confession and admitted to killing his parents and his parents' friends.
Police say he told them he believed the vehicles he had shot on the interstate were police vehicles that were following him.
For right now, he's just charged with the crimes in Bowdoin, and the case, or multiple cases in Yarmouth, will be pending. This is difficult for the communities of not only Bowdoin, but of Yarmouth and the surrounding communities, because this stuff doesn't happen in Maine. As horrible as this situation is, as tragic as this is, it seems to be an isolated incident and not part of a bigger problem, which I think is good news for the residents of Maine.
State records show Eaton's past convictions include aggravated assault that would have prevented gun possession. Eaton was charged over the past decade with more than a half dozen crimes and served an 8-month sentence last year for assaults, according to state records. He was just released from Wyndham Correctional Facility on Friday. Authorities say after his release, his mother Cynthia met him at the prison and brought him to Bowdoin to stay with his family friends, the Eagers. Eaton is due back in court on Thursday. Back to you.
All right, Alyssa Thurlow reporting for us tonight. Thank you very much. Quote, some of the nicest people have lost their lives, unquote. Those are the words from a close family friend of one of the victims of yesterday's tragic shootings. Liz Walker-Feeney tells us her mother has been best friends with Patricia Eager for more than 21 years. She spoke to us in a phone interview today and says from what she knows about the situation, this is the result of a major misstep within the judicial system, given Joseph Eaton's criminal history.
I think that this is more of a judicial system issue than it is gun rights. This has nothing to do with gun rights. This has everything to do with the judicial system should have never released him into the public. They released a threat into the public. And look what happened.
Walker-Feeney says she's praying for the other victims, including 25-year-old Paige Halsey of Bowdoin. She says she knows her friend Patricia would have wanted everyone to focus their energy on her.
Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Please subscribe.